What's over you know?
So now
it's so. You started you know. Insurance of 4.5. Say, what I can't be. Say, Maresca Jumana or you know. In no time, people will be believers. And I'm my baby believer for Nibia.
How many believer of Maresca?
My baby believer of Maresca. Good morning.
Good morning, dear.
Now what you saying?
Me I say me ma response and kayala be ma. Say Barca sha na oba. Embisa ne ze ne ho ya na ze ne ho nye. Dimu ze ene ne ho nye.
Ho mfa no.
And then ho do ne kakra. But me ho.
Yes o nya hangover.
Yeah. Hangover dey hangover.
And no defeat no. Say hangover chino.
Ni be sa chiomo knockout stage asan chom bi mu 20 no hwe ni.
Sa. Moso no more knockout.
Ye pe knockout no ni abom
de. Mo hia mo
knockout ni bi. We no mo say pedium maybe. Mo say pedium ma.
I see.
It's ye pe knockout.
Ba na ko fi abobo.
Besi. Na wo just go back.
Anu boa. Chance ya bodo. Me bazas me hu ti ma bobo sa da.
Just 0 February.
Sa obesa bazona wa play no. It's not like Chelsea show me cool.
Yeah.
They are dead.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Team from Barcelona.
Na just no every. Oh, Everton o.
Kofi me say. And I'm who line up na. Against
Emfa.
Against Emfa. Akwane ko bo highline.
So
Highland today, me din captain, the one is out of Lake.
You can drop a line, make I say no.
So quick, Chile, yen to. By young from keeper and him.
Only answer that.
Me coca was oh, we have Manchester ni. Quality. Then you team nam says, never Chelsea for a show.
Do not matter to say.
Tell you. Sans and answer flick the man, a shame rough.
Neze progo probably than Chelsea.
Me na me said ye shen kofu yi. Nkofu me na me said
this is wash omo.
Ti me na me France flick na France flick. Nkofu obetimi a show ma. Drop the line me yento. Ba yentu ni keeper na nim ho. Yen pija ball because we defenders no mo nche na nyaade.
Yeah.
Ma no crazy.
Nyazi ja.
Asa kan lu tumi. Against 11 Everton shell.
Enemy jama kofu yi.
Asma who has to fake catch them no. Okay.
Ujeru.
One am catch Chelsea for no. Kill them.
Go and beat them.
Go and beat Barcelona.
Now it means that he show me 8-2. Go the force the fight yankan.
And now Chelsea a bobo papa.
Yesterday was.
Man show me keko musa bro mo.
Yesterday was a good day.
And pay me ba me now for a Chelsea for a Barcelona for e bi kura nkwaduma.
E bi yare. Senior
man will be busy or
so
yeah, you know, on a one
on a was a rocko
as a flick. Mammy made this answer.
Almost say Arahune.
Arao.
Now, Chelsea
and I can pass on Ayala, my combination, and I
get one of our framing.
To say,
I was starting a car, but and so
the battery, I say, hangover, I have battery.
You might be for Achimaro. And Kabaisa Kala white to Kaftan also will be to me. Kabaisa white park and a boss DJ. Commit so, and a bonus, a shout out with your danger. I didn't bet 20 Biana bottle. Bet 20 beer 2 months ago. Let me tell my boss office and say, boss, money, you best move. Fipa. Now, when I say, tells the meeting, say, oh, the boss. No, you better say you or say that. It's a none of you saw the lineup number 2 and I was say, oh, I will shake.
Lineup bananas.
You saw the lineup that there are 2 group actually lineup and I say, shake about. And I'm saying,
because we have started discussions, you know. For insurance of 4.5, yeah, live our YouTube, but before Meko Kofiona. you started with our review and now for your preview, no. The attorney said, Mamin Claire, sir, assumptions you are a man for war. Say, Facebook and YouTube, no. YouTube at the chain Facebook. Pamcho, and you know, correct. Enti, Buana must say, oh, now Richardo is there, then Tina Moon streaming sports, no. Our Facebook, no. YouTube and back. So how to compare Facebook and the Facebook round to change YouTube. And then as I say, yeah, I say you best stream me our YouTube. And yes, Ramo, one person show the live on a Facebook. No, for now, you stream it live our YouTube. And today, Biano, Obesa or share Insure passports. Or dear bra YouTube Insure TV, YouTube Insure TV. Or subscribe here anytime be about live. Ano, obenya video no. And I'll be a message at Chelsea at Tennessee. Now, what click a video no so can wait to me as a show no. Last say home right now, 10:39. Kofi, it's great. What happened?
I think say there comes a time in every club will be a project where there is a turning point. But I'm not turning point, and sometimes you know. You would be as we do for OG projects needed to send you know. At the beginning, you who are you think okay, this is the turning point, the project will go far. Then you they want to take their time to get all the evidence to conclude they say this is the issue before they would accept that the project is on the right track. Which Enwanajo was the day for those who were the doubting Thomases of one, the Chelsea project, and two, Enzo Maresca. Which unse Chelsea Coach Club World Cup no. Mimi pe banter. So a lot of banter, Chelsea, Barca banter, Ushi Regazo fee. Bono crano, because Barca Mobi, Liverpool Mobi. This season, Chelsea actually Liverpool training play. And yes, we invite all Marti Barcelona. With a certain Lamine Yamal, Ibanez Nazariti, Ballon d'Or winner, and Yachina Senesama. And Yachi second place Ballon d'Or, no so Achino and Nanajo, and Yen Wajuma. Rich. Enzo Maresca, Yenoma, 5. And the winning and Namachino. And then beside question that was the game going to be won on Hansi Flick's predictability? Any Enzo Maresca unpredictability now? Say Obia da sorry on the way about Sabebo. But here could be games more. I know you don't know exactly how Enzo Maresca will go and play the game. No? Was that how the game was going to be? And I catch him say, Anne, because of Flick's predictability, everything you swinging game to give Chelsea more advantage going into the game. And I think that was spot on. Which Roberto Martinez, Belgian for manager, I see he felt like Chelsea won the game before it started. Yeah, Oba Stamford Bridge by pre-match duties, panditry. Now, Ojina Ono Ohu, team for Wado. Chelsea phone on receive team for match also. Chelsea FC, the king of clubs. And then Chelsea phone say, trophy be a who yes club be a GB and open on margin na. Obi an yebida. And they are the king of clubs. Now, Oshidi Chelsea boys they want me up. It looked as if there was a game plan from Enzo Maresca to go into the game, to go and turn things around in a very, very important one. Which, before Sena game no Kosono, this was the record between Chelsea and Barcelona, not any or Stamford Bridge. So Barcelona ever Chelsea in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, no. Which only one and another Barcelona ashe. Then 2 of them were draws. 5 before the game. 4 and Chelsea ashe Barcelona. When it comes to the Stamford Bridge, it was a huge one. I told you that Maresca did 5 specific things, and I'll take you through them. Which who line up, no? Highlight about him,
Sure, I knew.
Say,
Also, no, yeah, preview. No?
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Said the only thing that would save Barcelona,
yeah,
and it's a Hansi Flick a bit tricky. They were best set up.
Yeah.
then again the highline of Kwame Obafaswa Obe managing. That is the only way. So when yes, Chelsea will kill them. And exactly, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Which you don't play highline.
Yeah.
Our Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Chelsea will players are. Some pockets of spaces no.
Yeah.
The ball the best.
Yeah. No. I'm not telling now. Which you see. I think that the highline conversation is spot on, perfect. But if you don't take care, that also becomes an oversimplification of what Chelsea did to win the game.
Okay.
I will explain on the tactical board. Before we came in, I could open to me. So Andy beat me up. Rich, Enzo Maresca bought Gusto, Fofana, Chaloba, Kukurea. And about Caicedo, James, ESTEVAO, Fernandez, Garnacho, Joao Pedro Neto as the team are game them to go in there. Which there were two things that Maresca wanted. Now Maresca say on one person also kind of pre-match press conference say highlighting a big opportunity for them. But once the highlight is a big opportunity, one shouldn't be already highlighted show. So we care 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Time and Ayala it's a whole game. Look at say if Chelsea don't take it, they'll focus on Barca's only highlight. No, we will highlight a deal. It's my as a son, Yoma. Okay, I say, this you can say, just because Abrante friend Wesley Fofana and Bobby against Burnley, Chelsea have an upper hand in the game. Yeah. He had a special role, and it started from him. Because it's a Ubo highliner, and I say, oh, press you, you need to be able to press. Now it's so coordinated. Immediately your press is not coordinated, you're in trouble. So Chelsea knew that to be able to exploit the highline of Football Club Barcelona, they should have an excellent coordinated press. And then before the coordinated press, you need to back up that press very, very well. It was one of the most important things Chelsea did on the night. Into right side on Barca for Elbow Ferran. Say Barca for one person more body upper. They use Alejandro Balde. Not a Taibo Naba. But there was always an aggressive press from Wesley Fofana and Malo Gusto on Ferran. They be it's ball the Kwanako came, then Chelsea will start again. A Kwanako came, then Chelsea will start again. Constantly recycling the play to make sure say at the end of the day they'll be able to get what they need to do on the ball. It was super important. Which so Osha say this was the starting lineup of Chelsea, same for Barcelona. Kunde, Arao, Kubasi, Balde, De Jong, Garcia, Lamine, Lopez, Ferran Torres, any Abrantia, your friend Robert Lewandowski. Those were the starting lineup. And what Chelsea wanted to do means a tactical board, Nebia. What Chelsea wanted to do was that in this instance, I think that now we've been able to open the tactical board. I want to say, my tactical board. So great. Without to register or log in. Wait, it's Chelsea able in a 4-2-3-1. Barcelona more like a 4-3-3. Which Chelsea in a shape blue. What I'm trying to say is that Sebastian they built with Kubasi and Araujo. But so she gave me Reece James and not Chelsea 6. No. Every day we are closing on a bright friend Frankie de Jong. If Frankie will drop here to come and receive the ball here, now Reece James every time.
So at a point, Barca Medford no.
Yeah, he was non-existent.
Dead.
Was non-existent. Reece James baby Frankie de Jong Abaha. So what Barca did was that okay, say Omu Frankie de Jong Abaha. Then you make sure see the ball number called wide. So they call it in the tactical terms that Chelsea funneled Barca. The ball will come to the wide area. Ball number become wide area and Alejandro Balde the Waha. Which this was the trigger for Chelsea. But which you see, Malo Gusto is special for big games. So Maresca can several times say, "Me team, Malo Gusto and Enzo Fernandez are the tactical linchpins of the team." And I'll explain to you why. In a not set up, no. Sebastian for the ball and 100 ball they were high. Two things will happen. Ferran Torres in here. Say Malo Gusto and air pressing was say. Not the ball the Ferran Torres were high. ESTEVAO will closely blocking passing shadow centrally were high. So it means that Alejandro Balde was always free. Now that was the trick. It was a trick for Hansi Flick. It was a trick for Maresca. You obey the number you will win the game. And Richard Catcher said, if you focus too much on the high line, you oversimplify the game. Like Juan Garcia said, the game was more complicated. In this zone, say Abrantia friend Malo Gusto, a jump in tema, they call it the jump, or jump in tema, they then flexible out to Rechi, not Ferran Torres Aji. It will share, go back and watch the footage of the game. But I'm pass it, before say we do 100 ball in 9 was no, Gusto embada. But immediately the ball gets to 100 ball, the Gusto jumps and closes in. Or Jampia, Balde did very well because he was the outlet. Balde and carry ball on linear, so obey press man for manner. One of the things that you do to evade the press is to have dribblers, ball carriers, Sane Manibi. Balde will carry the ball. It should be anybody the ball in the Gusto yellow card no linear. Balde was carrying the ball centrally, and Augusto, Echan was saying every time was like that. But it came down to the second balls in the middle of the park, which means that Maresca bought Caicedo as a 6-2. It was a box to box 8. It is James Nane 6 no. And I bought Enzo Fernandez as a left-sided 8. And I bought Moises Caicedo as a right-sided 8. And I use James A6. Why did he do that? Sebastian Foni Presia, baby future. Opubia, they call it the hunter. Obako hunter ball. It's Caicedo no corner pimbo no winning anymore. Then Chelsea will sustain pressure. Which the game was too tactical. And Maresca won it. For me, I'll give a lot of credit to Maresca, but a lot of credit to both the Chelsea players. The execution was spot on, which means that coach HL tactics and
it's all coach in a park and so and it's very, very important.
The players had the intensity, they had the execution, everything. I quite say club worker final. From the off, you could tell say, Chelsea for 1% will go on.
Yeah.
Or maybe 50-50. Or Charlie B. I've heard people say Barca for no any moment to be on my say. Please, before that Ferran Torres miss, Enzo Fernandez has scored a goal. Ayanji as a foul ball. Yeah. If that goal in the Ferran Torres story won't come. So the moments they are always there. But how do you use yours?
But that Ferran Torres chance.
He should have scored.
How?
He should have scored that. Honestly. Because OBT Robert Sanchez.
Pound chance in a brand and say no.
And it means that was one of the few mistakes.
Chelsea,
and they capitalized from there.
So after that mistake, Chelsea and you.
What is that? Only a mistake and Musa is James Chaloba. After boys, we can't make these mistakes. They will kill us here. Until we need to be almost perfect with it. When is that Chelsea goal no share was from a set piece? Me catch out 3 weeks ago that Chelsea will score from a set play. And one of the strengths at Chelsea were Barca for any per se. It was a short corner kick, almost creative triangle. Kukurea, Garnacho, and then Abrantia Ferro, ESTEVAO1. It was very, very close. It can go here and stand here and can start points on Kibina about 3 goals. Me and I are talking off or offside. But then Mark Kukurea played it across the face of goal and set up a very, very good goal path for Chelsea at that point in time. And then that made the difference. Which is Kukurea the best left back in the world?
For now, yes.
Hey.
I Nuno Mendes and Lamine Yamal. Ne super. But I know what I want.
Yeah.
Kukurea is a super player. He's a special player.
Yeah.
I know Lamine Yamal mobile. At the point, me share game na me busam say Lamine Yamal say on your fit. Maybe before the game no yare. I know as a store na be or the bubble game because the Lamine Yamal I know. Game is on so at least one glimpse is over so BB. But for the very first time, Lamine Yamal only game him. Ojibo on quite frustrated. On who's on for born question no uncle pass one chase one day. Kukurea or your special player. And then Bobo papa.
He was super. Sankoma Ronaldo Raul Eddie red card. On the left hand side of them. And everything that went on with Abranche and Ronaldo Araujo, which Barca want to say they don't understand why Hansi Flick is starting Ronaldo Araujo.
Come on.
Which you can see the Christensen in common at Barca.
Yeah.
And I've told you that for me, so who can flick ball. Young for ball into from ball feature. Araújo no better than him. I could understand why he wanted to play Araújo. Because we say a Premier League team, a very physical. It's my member physical centre back. Rich, sometimes the over reliance on the physicality is exactly what causes the issues that cause. I loved Kukureya. Rich, what he did to Lamine Yamal was good. And he knows him. Now, we were even before the pre-game. He said, a senior player in the Spanish national team. Lamine Yamal was Spanish national team. But of course, Lamine is the face. I think that in Kukureya's head, yes, one of the face of the Spanish national team, and I make sure I was say, Oberto was spared more.
Me senior man.
Me senior man. The performance spoke to it. Winning of the first ball, winning of the second ball, everything that he wanted to do, Kukureya was spot on. And this is what Gabi was telling us. I left the space on his right side. His worst foot. He did something on his right foot. I say, okay, congratulations. Hey. He will give you space on the right. Over left and but go to your right. Once you go to your right, I will say, okay, hey, if you guys say, okay, here pretty much discussion.
Okay.
As you room, let us end here. ESTEVAO as an 18-year-old David Michel, and then found bow. And then why pastor be joining congregation ma? Ye jao. Embassy agrodo.
Ye mo free ana on the dom.
David, and then ye kita you freedom. You know mo de ma e. Ye jeep muzamu.
Tie ma menka asem kire. Me be joining because of Asama Hansi Flick catch me.
Oh, senior. Oboa. Emu na ye den waba.
No, ogumani ma se.
Emu na ye den waba.
Because you don't tell me say o Manchester United team no. Moya Dianka 10 against the Monty and Everton.
Na say United team.
A year before team. A year before and I'm did free basechi.
Out the bar.
I'm the bam ho. And a banner am a banner.
Which I said the match is the papa.
Banner am a banner. Just seconds. Fit na de kono. Mo granke. Against Arsenal.
We go back to the first set.
Say atete tie me a. Chelsea team you be good no.
Oh.
Me na catch you.
And I'm not paying.
So atete be tie me advance am de be man technical meeting. As a flag on na so den. Why no so onye pragmatic. And one kwagina ni so. So tie me a. Me see Chelsea team we.
Who's the FDA me.
Nkwa na metimi amba ho. Formation a wokọ abetim dey show me
something. But who is the FDA me so? Good fellow na me so.
Good fellow.
Oh yes, me for Chelsea, me Chelsea jersey mra. Oba, me the ba obeka say o pese o she na obeto fufu fi mega store abre me. It's good fellow say or to jersey na fi mega store. Me ni good fellow kasa wi ya na kwa me so frame me say Kofi. Ene me pese wo ye bibi na ujina Richardo so ntinka or the lunch or to lunch na me wi adwuma na ka lunch si any more am say there. Or hot more so okay there. And you send the credit. 3 million credits me there.
Say sa na mo be there. Kofi.
Chelsea what is there?
Against the be mo.
You cry your peresa.
Ampo.
Your peresa.
Me say my ba because Asama Hansi Flick catch them anya me there.
Rich.
Ogumi Manchester no fi.
It was yesterday the night ESTEVAO announced himself.
No.
One announced it that.
On more. Me call back to factory settings. More.
We don't talk to me because say the credit Richardo can who say be on the one that. Also you not going to be the question.
Chelsea me pay. Pana me pay. On Hansi Flick na so trigger me. On a trigger me.
ESTEVAO will go far.
Yeah. So my catch you.
He will go far.
Or a superstar in the making.
Nyame pe on ho and he say he is grounded too.
Okay.
Or you're grounded. Otono boase.
Simple ball.
Yeah, he is.
As a tradition, he
is grounded.
Simple passes.
And then
maybe I saw a betray.
Yeah.
Or betray. And so pass over pass it.
I'll tell you some of the stories that how Chelsea managed to make sure that ESTEVAO settles in at Chelsea Football Club. What they did with Thiago Silva, making sure that they speak to the UK Home Office to make sure say, boy, you know, man and papa and mama will come to England with him. And then after the game, ESTEVAO said his mother and his father are there. And now ESTEVAO was added to 3 players in the Champions League history, 18 years old and below, Omashe, in 3 consecutive games, 3 consecutive starts at Champions League game. He is in company with a branch friend Kylian Mbappe and a branch your friend Erling Haaland. What a goal now for a branch friend ESTEVAO1.
James, Arsenal Bayern Munich.
Congratulations to them. Arsenal and Bayern Munich. Oh, Bayern Munich cannot beat Arsenal tonight. Oh no. Bayern best a draw. At the Emirates, Arsenal will beat them or they will get a draw. And yet possible. I don't think that Bayern will go on and beat them. You beat Marco through the next game.
Sorry, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan.
Atletico double chance at home.
Inter Milan.
There be if you want me.
PSG Tottenham.
PSG to beat Tottenham. But I'm not too certain with PSG so at home. So I rather go either team to win over 1.5 and I say goals. Else I'm matching.
Olympiacos Real Madrid.
I expect Madrid to go away. Although I'm 4 months by ABC Barca and I'm saying I expect them to go away and go and beat Olympiacos when they go away from home. I think it's a Liverpool,
PSV, and Oven.
I think it's a Liverpool at home should be able to win.
Liverpool near come.
But so we say PSG do you know a Champions League night or Madrid Champions League.
No, we are
night.
talking about a Liverpool team.
Yeah.
Struggling Nottingham Forest.
But on a Champions League night.
A call and for Koshomo 3 unanswered goals.
They'll do it, don't worry. They'll do it.
Me and Mr.
They'll do it.
Simon.
Atalanta and Frankfurt match, no. That's the one I'd want to stay away from. Any early kickoffs.
A tricky kaka.
Yeah, I'd want to stay away from them. Rich and so coach Chelsea straight winner. You made some good money into your net. We go again. Coach, no, are you ready? Make sure take your screenshots. Social Insure TV. On Facebook, on Twitter, Fiifi Manfred. You get all the codes over there. But with your radio so there, then I say me BW23EF6D A1 and on your first code, you know. Second one, a BW23EF4EBF and a second code, no. Third one, a BW23EF04BE and a third code, no. Fourth one, a BW23EEE400. Fifth one, a BW23EECA69. And the last one, a BW23EEA439. Rich,
okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Osman Maxud, I say